Okay, if there's one thing I can't stand more, it's figuring out what to take for lunch, for work. Even getting stuff ready for dinner is so much less stressful than figuring out what the heck to take for lunch for work. So this is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna make 3 different meal preps. It's what all the kids are doing, right? Everybody's all about meal prep. But they only ever show you one thing for 5 days. I don't wanna eat the same thing for 5 days. I know you don't either. So we're gonna do 3 because I figure, well, the other 2 days you can just run through the drive-thru. Okay, first thing we're gonna make is an amazing cold chicken pasta salad. And for that, you're gonna need some broccoli. You're gonna need whatever your favorite dressing is. I'm gonna make a real quick vinaigrette, but you can use whatever dressing you want to. And some bow tie pasta. The second meal prep that we're gonna make is going to be chicken with a garbanzo bean and pesto. Well, I guess we'll call it a coating. I don't really know what to call it because it's not cold, it's hot, and it's really, really good. And don't freak out about the garbanzo beans. They're really good. So what you're gonna need for that is 1 can of garbanzo beans. You're gonna need a little bit of prepared jarred pesto, and then you're gonna also need the chicken. All of these, by the way, need chicken. And then the third thing we're gonna make is this amazing kale salad. Again, don't freak out about kale. I never in a million years thought that I was gonna eat kale. It's so, so good in this salad. So for that particular one, you're gonna need, of course, the chicken. You're gonna need kale. You're gonna need honey, apples. You're gonna need some whole grain mustard. You're gonna need some lemon juice. And you're also going to need some Greek yogurt. These are the easiest meal prep meals you could ever make. 3 easy ones, you're gonna love them. So let's get cooking. Okay, I've got the garbanzo beans in here. I've already processed them a little bit. We're gonna put about a teaspoon of jarred pesto sauce in there. Don't make pesto. It's not hard. It's just that this is fast. This is not, we're gonna make our own pesto day. Okay, now do this crazy smooth. Perfect. Okay. Now, all you're gonna do is grab some of that deliciousness and put it in to your chicken and your mushrooms that you've already got in your pan. And this is so, so good. And trust me, you don't want to worry about garbanzo beans. They are so good in this dish, and really all they are is just the vehicle to make the sauce a little bit smooth, and that's all they're gonna do. I'm gonna add a little bit of water just to loosen that up a little bit, and literally that's it. You're gonna cook the chicken, you're gonna cook the mushrooms, you're gonna process the can of garbanzo beans with some of the pesto. And lo and behold, you have got your first meal prep meal. It's chicken with mushrooms and garbanzo beans and pesto, and it is so good. Now this you could put over pretty much anything. You could eat it on its own if you're doing low carb, or you could just put this with some mashed potatoes, or maybe you have some leftover spaghetti, or whatever kind of carb you want to put this with. It's really, really good, and I'm gonna taste this because it looks so good. Oh, Okay, meal prep 1, done. Okay, we've got the first meal prep meal out of the way. Second prep meal, I've got some cooked chicken right here. We're gonna put that in the bowl. And then we've got 1 apple. Believe it or not, this is just 1 apple, and it's just cut up into little bite-sized pieces. Put that in there. This is the juice of 1 lemon, oops, and some pits, so let's make sure those don't go in there. Okay. Don't tell anybody, it's your hand, you know where it's been. And then we've got some Greek yogurt. Now don't use anything but Greek yogurt because Greek yogurt is a little bit stiffer, it's a little bit firmer, and it makes for a much better dressing. If you use like American yogurt, it's gonna be way too thin, it's gonna be gross. So Greek yogurt, absolutely. This is about, Oh, I would say about a cup. Oh, heck. Let's just put it all in, shall we? Okay. And then we have some whole grain mustard. This is so good. It's such a good flavor component of the salad. Not a lot. You don't need a lot because it is very strong. So just a scant teaspoon. Put that in there. And see, if you have some leftover chicken, it's super easy to make this. Super easy to make this. This is apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to need about a tablespoon or two. And then I'm going to need about a tablespoon of honey. Okay. Let's mix this all up. And really, this is it. This is all you're going to do. And this salad is ready to go. Now, if you want to put in other veggies, like, ooh, you know what? I have some of that broccoli right there. Let's put some of that in. This is going to go in another meal prep. So let's put some of these in there just to give it a little bit of color and a little bit more crunch. And this is going to be so good. I've made this a bunch, and oh my goodness, it's so good. And then a little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt, teeny bit, not a whole bunch. Maybe a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. That's it. And then here's the good thing. You can kind of customize this. If you don't like something to be too bland, this is not bland. It's very good. But if you maybe want it to be a little kickier, put a little bit of sriracha in it. Or you can put in some sliced jalapenos. You can totally customize this. This is just the basic idea for this salad. And oh my goodness, there it is. Meal prep 2. I'm going to taste this. Oh, so good. Okay, on to meal prep 3. Okay, we're in the home stretch. This is the 3rd meal prep meal, and it's gone really fast. Okay, so in here, I have some pasta. I've got a little bit of salt and pepper in it. It's just plain old bow tie pasta. Here's your chicken component. And then here's your broccoli component. A little bit of salt and pepper, not a bunch. And again, if you want to spice it up a little bit, maybe put some dried chili flakes in it. I just threw a little bit of sriracha in the other one that we just did. If you want to do that too. Okay, let's do a little fast vinaigrette. This is just white wine vinegar. The other one had apple cider vinegar. This is white wine vinegar. And that's just because what I prefer. Now, if you want, maybe you don't like vinaigrette and you like another different kind of dressing, just put that dressing in here. And it's totally up to you. Now, here's the thing. The best thing about this salad is that it's going to be actually really good for you, even with the dressing on it. Because if you measure out maybe 2-3 tablespoons of your favorite dressing, and then you toss everything together, because of the moisture in the pasta and the chicken, it will coat things a lot better, and you won't have to put so much dressing in it. And so it's way less caloric than you would think. This is not a high calorie meal prep. It's super, you can totally customize this however you want to do it. And then a little bit of olive oil. And just put those together. I've already got the salt and pepper in there, so I don't need to put it in the vinaigrette. And you know what? Just since it's here, let's put a little bit of mustard. That's the best thing about this. Whatever you've got in your kitchen, that's what you need to put in here. This is fast meal prep. This is easy meal prep. And this is going to keep you from blowing $10 a day on lunch every single day. Okay, stir that around. And we're done. Put that in. And see, that was probably maybe about two teaspoons of each of the olive oil and the vinegar. Let's toss it. You've got the pasta, you've got the chicken, you've got the broccoli. If you don't like broccoli, put whatever veggie you want in there. And that is your 3rd meal prep. And now you don't have to mess around with, what am I going to take for lunch? What am I going to make? Oh, I don't want to eat leftovers. And there you go. Cold pasta salad with chicken and broccoli. Ooh, look at that piece of chicken. Okay, meal prep. 3 different meals. You've got 3 amazing meals. You made them at home, and they're super easy to do. They're all chicken based, and you've got a cold pasta salad. That's this one. And this has got your chicken and your cold pasta, and it's got your broccoli. And this is so good. It's gonna wow your coworkers. Just make sure you only make enough for yourself. Okay, so that's one meal. Let's take that out. And you know what else this is good for? This is good for your family. Like if everybody's coming in and out at different times and you don't want to make a meal for everybody because there's no point because everybody's not home, make them like this. They can just either throw them in the microwave or grab them out of the fridge. Okay, second meal. This is chicken with mushrooms and garbanzo beans and some pesto. Now this, I'm going to leave a little bit of room because I'm going to make some mashed potatoes later. And I'm going to put some mashed potatoes in with this one. You can put in some pasta. You can just maybe get a piece of toast maybe, or just eat it like that. Ooh, one went over. Or eat it like that if you're doing low carb. Oh, and you know what? I know you're probably thinking to yourself, garbanzo beans, ew, they're so good. What do you think hummus is? Hummus is nothing but squished garbanzo beans. Okay, so that's the second meal. And then, oh, we have this amazing chicken Greek salad. It's so good, Greek yogurt salad. Okay, so you have chicken, you have some of your broccoli, you have some apples, you have a little bit of Greek yogurt. It's so, so good. And by the way, I did put a couple of squirts of sriracha in there just to kick it up a little bit. Oh, so delicious. This you're going to be eating all the time. I know I said kale at the beginning of the show. I didn't feel like doing kale. I just felt like doing broccoli. Do kale if you want to. Do lettuce if you want to. Don't do any veggies if you don't want to. This is just a template. It's just something for you to do so that you can see that you can customize all of these meals all the way you want to do them. But see, now you have 3 meals for yourself or 3 meals for your family. And you can tell all your friends that you're all into meal prep now. And how did we do it? Just like that. I'm going to go stick these in the fridge.